Live from KSAT 12, the news at 5:30 starts right now.
And first at 5:30, Tropical Storm Nicholas has formed in the Gulf, and some watches and even warnings are in effect not too far from home. Meteorologist Katie Blake joins us now with the very latest. Katie?
Thank you, Samuel. Yes, we do have a tropical storm in the Gulf of Mexico. This is Nicholas. As of the 4 p.m. update from the Hurricane Center, maximum sustained wind gusts up to 50 miles per hour. Movement is north-northwest at 14 miles per hour, and this will be inching closer to the southern Texas coastline tonight into early tomorrow morning. There's the center of circulation. It's still about 230 miles, give or take a few miles from Brownsville, but this will quickly be approaching the Texas coastline. So overnight tonight into early tomorrow, getting closer to Brownsville. During the day tomorrow, the system is expected to skirt the Texas coast between Brownsville and Corpus Christi, with that center staying over the warm waters of the Gulf. That could lead to some quick last-minute intensification before a potential landfall late tomorrow, early Tuesday, somewhere northeast of Corpus Christi. We do have some watches and warnings that have been posted. Tropical storm watches extend as far west as Gonzales and Karnes counties. I'm going to break all this down for you, let you know what to expect over the next couple of days. The system will have a cornucopia of impacts for us here in south central Texas over the next couple of days. All that coming up in just a bit. Samuel.
All right, Katie, thanks very much. Now to some developing news. A midday shooting, one man fighting for his life, another is now in police custody. Our John Paul Barajas is at police headquarters with what we know at this hour.
The suspect was actually walking down the street right here in front of police headquarters, and when police approached him, he took off running. Now, the chase was short-lived, only lasting about a block, and a handgun was recovered. Now, I want to take you to that shooting scene that was off Houston and Frio. That's about 5 minutes from where we're at right now. Police tell us the suspect shot the victim in the stomach, and the victim was taken to BAMC with life-threatening injuries. As for the reason behind the shooting, they're still investigating. Now, no names have been released in this case, but police tell us both people were men in their mid-20s. John Paul Barajas, KSAT 12 News.
A woman is hospitalized and 3 people are on the run after a shootout with police at a Northwest Side club. The shooting happened around 2:15 this morning at the Burn House nightclub in the 4500 block of Northwest Loop 1604. Security guards asked nearby officers for help when the fight broke out in the club's parking lot. When officers approached the suspects, all 3 pulled out guns and began firing. Officers fired back and a woman was sitting in her car. She was hit in the shoulder. That woman was taken to University Hospital. She is expected to be okay. No officers were injured during the shooting. The 3 people drove off in a silver Mercedes and have not been found. A man is dead after he was shot by San Antonio police last night. It happened in the 200 block of Pima Street. Japhanie Gray has been following this shooting and has the latest on the investigation.
Around midnight, 2 San Antonio police officers were conducting patrols, specifically searching for illegal narcotics being sold in the area. But when they tried to stop the suspect, that's when things took a fatal turn. Chief William McManus says as the officers were attempting to stop the man, he first tried to escape.
At some point during that encounter, the individual attempted to pull a handgun from his waistband. Both officers fired.
That man was pronounced dead at the scene. Both officers involved have been with the department for 3 years and are now on administrative duty pending the review of this case. At this time, the identity of the man has not been released just yet, but police say that he's in his mid-30s to upper 40s. Now, Chief William McManus did say that this was all preliminary information subject to change. On the southwest side, Japhanie Gray, KSAT 12 News.
It was a busy overnight period for law enforcement. A Bexar County sheriff's deputy shot and killed a man after that suspect fled a traffic stop and allegedly fired at the deputy. This shooting happened around 10:30 last night at I-35 and Hormel Drive near Splashtown. According to Sheriff Javier Salazar, the deputy was conducting a traffic stop on a vehicle with 3 women and a man. The man got out of the vehicle and then ran off. During the chase, Sheriff Salazar says the man is believed to have fired a gunshot in the direction of the deputy. The deputy fired back, hitting the man behind a warehouse. BCSO says they did find the suspect's gun after the shooting. The 3 women in the vehicle were detained but haven't been charged. And new details are being released this evening on a deadly shooting at a southeast side apartment complex. 23-year-old Roger McCracken is being charged with murder after shooting a man during an argument. McCracken told police the other man tried to pull a knife on him. That's when he grabbed his handgun and shot him. McCracken is being held in the Bexar County Jail on a $250,000 bond. We also know the name of the man who was killed in that shooting last night. According to the Bexar County Medical Examiner's Office, 34-year-old Ronnie Riddle died from gunshot wounds. The shooting happened just before 9 last night in the 3400 block of East South Cross near Pecan Valley. Riddle was taken to BAMC, where he would later die from his injuries. Fire officials are investigating an overnight fire at a vacant mobile home in far southwest Bexar County. Fire happened around 1:30 this morning on I-35 South. Bexar County ESD and the Von Ormy Fire Department say when crews arrived, the mobile home was engulfed in flames, as you see there, and spread to a nearby vacant building. The fire got out of control. Both buildings burned down. No injuries were reported. Still ahead, and a change of pace, we'll hear from a local beekeeper and learn how she has made her love for honey into a way of life. That's next. Local beekeepers say South Texas creates some of the best honey in the world. All the more reason to mark National Honey Month this September, a time to celebrate bees and beekeepers. As Jonathan Cotto reports, one local bee business is a family affair.
For the Rakowitz family, honey is more than just a sweet and delicious treat. It's a way of life. It may be Honey Month now, but it's always busy at the family beekeeping business in Jordanton, south of San Antonio. Patrick Rakowitz says beekeeping has always been something he's loved.
It always has. I always see my dad doing it. Whenever I was a little kid, he always had bees out on the family farm, and I was always interested in it, and finally I just told him one day that I wanted to start doing it, and it just kind of blossomed from there. I just really started loving it.
Patrick has been part of his family-owned and operated honey and beekeeping business since he was 13 years old. He says his son will be the third generation to take over, keeping the father-son tradition alive and buzzing.
I'm very proud of him. He's coming along very, very well. He impresses me every time we go out. Just everything he's been learning.
Patrick's son, Ace, says part of the gig requires being stung quite often. He says he's actually been somewhat nervous around bees, but really enjoys what he does.
I love it. I think it's a great thing to go out and do all the removals and extractions and all that stuff.
Now, the success of this honey farm wouldn't be what it is without, of course, its queen bee. Karen Rakowitz says the liquid gold has served more than just a health aid and a sweetener.
Oh, it's one of those things that has really bonded us. I mean, because like Patrick said, he started when he was little. Otto's always had bees at one time or another.
But the process of extracting and bottling honey wasn't always as efficient as it is now for the Rakowitz family.
We would do it the old-fashioned way. We'd cut the comb off and squeeze it and strain it through cheesecloth into a gallon jar, you know. So it evolved from that into what you see today. So it's been a journey, and it's been a hot journey at times, but it's been very rewarding.
Jonathan Cotto, KSAT 12 News.
All right, taking a look outside with a live cam, see a few clouds in the area. Meteorologist Katie Blake joins us after the break with a very complicated forecast. Stay with us.
Welcome back. Well, we've already started to see some weather changes today, certainly as compared to yesterday, mainly an increase in humidity and a big increase in cloud cover. There's not been a whole lot of abundant sunshine across the area today. Here's a look at our satellite radar and temperatures. We've had a lot more cloud cover, especially south of Highway 90 and down closer to the Gulf. That has temperatures this evening in the upper 70s and low 80s. It's 90 at the airport in San Antonio. We have had some passing downpours, mainly south of the Highway 90 corridor this afternoon, early this evening. But even in and around San Antonio, there have been a couple of sprinkles. So this evening we'll hold on to mostly cloudy skies and a low chance for a few more spotty showers. Best chance for rain this evening will be south of Highway 90. Temperatures will differ a little bit depending on where you are. And in and around San Antonio, we'll see our temperatures fall through the 80s into the upper 70s. by late tonight. A look ahead to your Monday, a better chance of rain for more of us on Monday as Tropical Storm Nicholas inches closer. We're going to have some tropical moisture tossed our way that will result in passing downpours on your Monday. Coverage wise, about a 50% chance to see some passing downpours off and on throughout the day tomorrow. High temperatures with the cloud cover and those downpours generally should be limited to the upper 80s, maybe some low 90s up to the north where you don't see quite as much cloud cover. Now, let's talk about Nicholas. Next update will be coming out at 7, but as of 4 p.m. from the Hurricane Center, movement north-northwest at 14 miles per hour, maximum sustained wind gusts at 50 and winds at 40. So gusts up to 50, sustained winds up to 40 miles per hour. Again, this is about 230 miles down to the southeast of Brownsville. The intensification forecast here, or intensity forecast, is going to be something that we'll have to watch closely. That will have impacts on the local forecast in terms of wind speeds, also rainfall coverage and totals. And I do think there's a window for Nicholas to intensify. Right now, the Hurricane Center has it reaching a high-end tropical storm status, but I wouldn't at all be surprised if we see the system reach Category 1 hurricane status, because the waters in the Gulf of Mexico are so warm. They're in the mid to upper 80s in this part of the Gulf where Nicholas will be traveling tonight into tomorrow, right there through that swath of some warm water. So here's the latest forecast cone. Overnight through early tomorrow, it'll be right off the coast of Brownsville there. And then it will really hug the coast between Brownsville and Corpus during the day on Monday. That's when we could see that intensification happen before landfall somewhere north of Corpus Christi late Monday, early Tuesday. Then this will continue to move inland over East Texas Tuesday into Wednesday. Generally speaking, the system is not going to be moving very fast. That's going to result in the flooding, heavy rains. All right, so here are the tropical watches and warnings that are in place ahead of Nicholas. A lot of these dropped late this morning, early this afternoon. We do have some counties and parts of the Texas coast under a hurricane watch, and that's likely because of that intensification that could happen right before landfall tomorrow. So some 74+ mile per hour wind gusts and 3 to 5 feet of storm surge here in this pink area. Those will be our highest storm surge totals. Over a larger area, I'm going to step off briefly just so you can see here. We've got tropical storm warnings and watches. Warnings down closer to the coast, and then some watches, that lighter purple color, a bit farther inland. And this does include Gonzales County, DeWitt County, Karnes County, and Lavaca County in our area. So if you're there and you have the KSAT weather app or the Hurricane Tracker app, you may have gotten some alerts as these watches were issued a couple hours ago. These will be for tropical storm force wind gusts, 58 up to 73 miles per hour. And then down on the coast where that tropical storm warning is posted, 2 to 4 feet of storm surge. So as it really pertains to our area, the KSAT viewing area, we will have a couple of our counties east of 35 that could briefly see some tropical storm force winds. The other big issue with this system, aside from the storm surge, will be the heavy rain that results generally along the coast from Corpus all the way up to the Houston area. Even Beaumont, Port Arthur, flash flood watches will be posted for the next several days because of this. This is the estimated rainfall over the next 5 days. Highest totals will be along the coast. Some spots along the coast could see 7 to 10 inches of rain. That will generally be up closer to the Galveston, Beaumont area. Notice, though, what happens here with our rainfall totals. As you go back west to San Antonio and 35, they really fall off the board. So a lot of us are going to be on the western or the dry side of this system. And that means a lot of us will see lower rainfall totals, likely less than an inch of rain. If you're lucky, maybe around there. And that should generally come tomorrow with the passing downpours that will start to move in as Nicholas hugs the coast closer. Our rain chances will drop off after tomorrow as the center of Nicholas passes to the east. Some time for adjustments here. We'll be here to keep you updated for the rest of the night and also on the KSAT Weather Authority app. Samuel.
All right, Katie, thanks very much. And Larry Ramirez joins us now, and the Texans have their fans saying Deshaun who?
Yeah, exactly, because Tyrod Taylor had some instances today where he looked like Deshaun Watson. Tyrod Taylor had a pretty solid regular season debut for Houston as they win their opener. Plus, UTSA football just absolutely rolled yesterday. Coming up.
Pro football coverage powered by Davis Law Firm.
Rookie and overall #1 draft pick Trevor Lawrence faced Tyrod Taylor and the Houston Texans today. First quarter, Taylor finds David Johnson for a 7-yard touchdown and a 14-0 Texans lead. Taylor's first touchdown pass as a Texan. Second quarter now, Lawrence slings it to Chris Manhertz for a 22-yarder, the first career TD pass for the Rook. Jags trailed 14-7. Less than 30 seconds to go in the first half. Now Taylor somehow avoids the rush. Then he fires it downfield to Brandon Cooks for a 52-yard connection. The commentator said Taylor looked like Deshaun Watson on that play. Man, did he ever. Moments later, Taylor finds Danny Amendola for an 8-yard touchdown. Houston led 27-7, and they win 37-21. Taylor passed for 291 yards with 2 touchdowns.
Well, obviously on defense, we've always preached about getting turnovers. We got 3 today. And offense, the big thing is us taking care of the ball. We took care of the ball today. And basically, that's our formula. And as long as we're attacking that formula, things are going to be all right.
Fourth quarter, Texans D lineman Vincent Taylor had to be carted off the field after suffering injury. Head coach David Coley said he's not really sure what the injury is, and they'll know more tomorrow. In front of 16,000 plus fans, UTSA dominated Lamar at the Alamo Dome 54-0 for the first shutout in program history. UTSA racked up 427 yards of offense and held the Cardinals to 122 yards, the fewest yards allowed in school history. Running back Sincere McCormick had 2 touchdown runs. Quarterback Josh Adkins came in off the bench and tossed 2 TD passes. UTSA had a punt return for a touchdown and a fumble return for a touchdown. They owned this game from start to finish, improving to 2-0.
When you spend as much time with student athletes as we do, and they work as hard as they do, it's just fun to watch them happy in the locker room. You know, it's just a lot of work goes into this, a lot of commitment, and you're in that locker room where there's just nothing better than watching kids get something back good. You know, life's hard, and there's a lot of stuff going on in the world, and it's good for our kids to have something positive to celebrate in there and be with them. It was just fun.
Sincere now has 21 career rushing TDs, breaking the UTSA career record. The Roadrunners return to action on Saturday, hosting Middle Tennessee at 5 p.m. Incarnate Word won its home opener, beating Prairie View A&M 40-9 last night at home. Cameron Ward passed for 208 yards and 3 touchdowns. UIW will play at Texas State Saturday at 6 p.m. Now, the Bobcats won Florida International 23-17 in overtime in the first ever meeting between those two programs. And Trinity dominated McAllister College 64-0. Tucker Horn passed for 327 yards and 6 touchdown passes, his first career 300-yard passing game. Trinity will play at Texas Lutheran Saturday at 1 p.m. TLU beat Austin College yesterday 41-7. Texas A&M dropped 2 spots to number 7 in the latest AP Top 25. The Aggies barely beat Colorado 10-7. Now, they lost starting quarterback Haynes King in the first quarter to a lower leg injury. He left the game and returned on crutches with a boot on his left leg. Still no word about the injury. Texas dropped out of the AP Top 25 following their 40-21 loss at Arkansas. From 15 to bye-bye top 25. That win bumped unranked Arkansas up to number 20. Now, Arkansas ran for 333 yards while holding Texas to 256 yards total offense. Both Texas QBs struggled. Starter Hudson Carter went 8 for 15 for 61 yards. Casey Thompson replaced him late in the third and went 5 of 8 for 57 yards, but Thompson scored 2 rushing touchdowns. It's the Hogs' first win against Texas in Fayetteville since 1981, and the fans celebrated by storming the field. Texas will host Rice on Saturday at 7 p.m. Baylor Bears safety J.T. Woods made some program history last night, picking up this fumble and running it back 97 yards for the longest fumble return touchdown in school history. The Steel Knight alum had a pick 6 last week versus Texas State. He's known as the Heartbreak Kid. Baylor beat Texas Southern 66-7. In soccer, San Antonio FC started their 3-game road trip with a 1-0 win at Real Monarchs SLC. Marcus Epps scored the only goal in the 80th minute from outside the 18-yard box. SAFC goalkeeper Matthew Cardoni recorded his 103rd appearance in all competitions, making him the club leader in that category. SAFC will play New York Red Bulls 2 Wednesday. Friday night, the Brandeis volleyball team earned a big win in District 28 6A by sweeping Reagan at Littleton Gym. The Broncos led 2-0 but trailed by 7 points midway through the third set before completing a furious rally to win 25-22 and hand the Rattlers their first loss in district play. Now, Brandeis, Reagan, and Clark all have 1 loss and are tied atop the standings.
I think we had to tell ourselves to like keep pushing because we had been preparing for this game for a long time and we all really wanted it. So I think everybody just had to really push inside. I think if we keep with this attitude and this energy and playing with our best, I think we can have like really good chances.
Brandeis will take on Roosevelt Tuesday night at 5 p.m. at Northside Sports Gym. We'll be right back after the break.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the 19th.